Let's rock on.
Yeah, I know this music because it's Eric Stromer. Don't you love this guy? He is the all-around fix-it guy. You've seen him on HGTV and TLC, but he also in his spare time can sing, and he's 25-year-plus veteran in the construction business, so he knows his stuff. So, Eric, it's been fun having you here with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it. Yeah,
so
and thank you, Pasadena.
Hey,
yeah,
we're here at the Taste of South
yeah.
Lake, of course, right behind Pacific Sales, and this goes on for just another few minutes, but, of course, you can still come on down and visit these great businesses that make Pasadena really a beautiful city. Not only do they have the Rose Parade, but they've got some rockin' stores like the greatest appliance place here, Pacific Sales, all right? So before we have just a few minutes left to say goodbye, we want to share about how your garage is the non-garage, and it's such a cool way of really looking differently at a space that you probably didn't even use. Like, for instance, in Eric's situation, it wasn't a good use of space.
Yeah, it wasn't a functioning garage anyway because it was built in the 40s. It's very small. What you can do is leave that garage door facade, but then about 6 or 8 feet back, you can put a wall so that that door can still open, and that can be storage in the front. And then behind that wall, you can do a fully finished room that's insulated with a brand new floor, and it can all be done for relatively a little bit amount of money. So, you know, I think the whole thing at the end of the day was about $1,800. So it's a great way to add an addition essentially to your room if you don't need the car.
Your flooring is cool.
I use bamboo flooring,
okay,
which I really love. You know about the green stuff.
Yeah,
you know that bamboo grows every 5 years. I think it's completely to full size maturation. And it's sustainable.
And it's not that much more expensive.
It isn't.
Than,
and it's a
hardwood.
hard surface.
Yeah.
And it really is great.
And you have mirrors in there, and that's because you have 3 kids who like to pass the time dancing, and they're very creative and artistic, and so that's a fun thing to do.
It's a great thing for them. My daughter loves dancing to Justin Bieber.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Who doesn't? I mean, get in line. Yeah, it's a great thing. So think of that. Look at your garage a little differently the next time you're in there. If you're not in there with the car and it's just sort of a place for laundry and a lot of junk.
It might be a workout space. I mean, this is also a workout. You have some equipment in there. I mean,
That's
it's kind of and you also have it kind of as a quasi-home office.
That's exactly what it is.
Get some computers. So really think of a way to, assess your lifestyle and make your home work for you.
Yeah, we really don't need garages in California. It's so nice out most of the time.
Or there might be just this spare room. How many of us have that junk room that's just sitting there?
Raise your hands, junk room. Who's got a junk room?
Got the junk room.
5,000 hands just went up. Look at that.
And so instead of just wasting it with the Costco and Smart and Final collection,
right,
it could be this really cool home office workout, kid entertainment.
It's the everything room.
The everything room, whatever. Yeah. A great place to celebrate when your friends come over for the holidays.
That's it.
So what else is coming up in your world here? You got your website, EricStromer.com.
Yes, and I'm about to launch a great new website called Laborhood.com, which is I think going to be really exciting to kind of match contractors and homeowners in a place where I really do trust these people who we're talking about, and this is a great referral service. So look for that in the next couple of months. Laborhood.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then your family's doing great, and the music's coming out.
Yes, the music's coming out. You'll see that in probably November. That's another thing, by the way, for the holidays. What could be better than an Eric Stromer record for some of your loved ones? Am I right?
Yeah.
Round of applause, anyone?
Yeah.
Mary's here.
And for those of us who are thinking of buying one tool for that handy guy, in the family, what's the one tool we should put on the
very
wish
best
list?
tool to get is a cordless screwdriver. Okay.
A certain brand you love?
I love the Hitachis, but all of them work great now.
I thought you were going to say you love the hibachis.
I love that. Well, who doesn't love grilled meat? But I'll tell you, they make those tools so small now that anybody can operate them. They're very powerful, and they can do pretty much anything you can imagine. So get one of those. It's a great gift also.
Okay, we will do that. Facebook, you're doing the Facebook thing.
Doing the Facebook, Twitter, the Twit, the Twatter, and the Twizzle. I'm doing it all. So we're going to be sending out great messages for people to follow and take a look at that.
All right. Well, on final closing here, I hope that you guys will stay tuned for the second hour, because don't you love to get really scared in that safe way? In other words, you're scared, you're taken to the edge, but you're going to not fall off the edge. I do. And so we're going to talk with different homeowners who have really discovered how to turn a home, a neighborhood, into a real Hollywood-style Halloween haunt. This one guy that's a lighting effects Emmy Award winner, He has a narration. He wrote a script with some friends, and there's a soundtrack. And so it starts out with this talking pumpkin, and it's a place where you can go. I mean, they're all open to the public, and so you can find out about it. It's coming up in the next hour. Next Saturday, we're going to talk about earthquakes, because this week is the great shakeout all throughout the state on Thursday at 10:20, I think it is. Everyone's going to pretend, hey, what would happen in an earthquake? Would you know how to go to your safe space? Would you get out of your office okay? What would you do? And so it's a drill to practice. So next Saturday on the show, the whole 2 hours about making sure your home, your supplies, everything about your life is ready for the big one, right? Because we have to. And then later on October 30th, like we always do, we're going to talk about, have you ever thought that maybe your home is haunted? Do you believe that there might be something kind of spooky in your home? Do you ever think about that?
I do, but then I realized it was my mother-in-law. She was still there after 3 weeks.
And she still haunts you. You have nice Come on now. Come on now. All right, so thank you guys for listening. The second hour is coming up right now because, Seth, it's time to kick it up a notch. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole. Here we go.
Who says you can't